Hi, I'm Joe with Keep an Open but Cautious Mind. I created this channel because I want to connect with others who are like-minded. I'm a citizen who has read books and viewed a lot of videos on the New World Order. I found out about the New World Order in 1983. Back then we didn't have the internet, of course. I'm a citizen, I'm just not an expert on anything. So, as the saying goes, do your own research, and this is my personal opinion. This video I I created because I'm a little ticked off at Donald Trump. This is about the H1B1 visas. Jobs have been shipped overseas, I think, since the 1980s, and you ship jobs overseas and you let people come in and you bring people in, and then you already have a population and future populations because they're going to have children. Do you not see a problem with that? Less jobs, more people. How's that America first, and how's that going to benefit anybody? Back in 2016, I wasn't going to vote. I didn't listen to any of the debates because I figured no matter who you vote for, it's the same thing. It's just another swamp creature. Anyways, I heard about the debates with Donald Trump and all the others, and I found what he was saying was quite funny. Even the gal at work kind of laughed and when she told me the things that he had said, but I still didn't listen. So on that Tuesday, I came home from work, turned the TV on, and there was Hillary Clinton stating that she wanted to go to war with Russia. I said, oh, hell no. I jumped in my car, went to the polls, and voted for Trump. I don't want any more wars. I'm done with that nonsense. There's no reason for it. We're the biggest people on the planet with the military might. I don't believe these third world people are really attacking us. I mean, if they do, there's a reason for it. Nobody's going to do that and bring our military on their heads. Now, we keep our borders open. We let anybody come in that wants to come in. So you can't blame any type of attacks in the United States. If you leave your borders open, you don't care who comes in. Whose fault is that? If you want to protect us, shut the borders down. Only let people in that we vet, and you can let them in as guests, but you can't keep letting immigration happen in a country or you overpopulate it. Anyways, that to me just common sense. So after a while, Trump seemed to start off okay. He shows up, cameras are on him, everything. Shows up all the executive orders he's signing. And it looks good at first, but then it seems like after a while it stops. He says he wants to drain the swamp, right? But then he brings in swamp creatures to the administration just to have them backstab him later on. Then I thought at first maybe he just doesn't know what's going on, or he's a little naive. And no, he wasn't naive. Then January 6th comes. The people are there. They're mad because they feel the election has been stolen. And so they want to voice their opinion. I saw all the clips, and I saw the YouTubes through the citizens who had their phones. They seemed pretty mild and pretty nonviolent. But as a lot of protests go, so a lot of times there are provocateurs, and what it is they dress up to be you, to discredit you, and then they cause problems. I've been in some of them. Anyways, after his little speech was over, he takes off, but he tells us to voice our opinion. And at the Capitol, I wasn't there, by the way. I was thinking of going, but then I thought about it, and I thought it was a trap. So I didn't go. And what happened there was there were a lot of provocateurs there. I believe a lot of those troublemakers were dressed up as MAGA to discredit them. So they go into the people's house, which is what that is. Um, and I believe the senators they knew they were coming. This was a setup. And then they get thrown in jail. Uh, and Donald Trump doesn't pardon them. He just ignores them, lets them rot. He doesn't get in trouble for that at all. I believe he knew that was going to happen. So then the next election comes around, 2024. Well, um, I know the game. They run Kamala because they know nobody likes her. Most people don't like her. This guarantees Trump a win. Trump could take the baton and go all the way. It's like one president passes the baton to the other to the New World Order. And Trump is talking about Greenland and we're invading Venezuela. You're going, what the hell's going on again? He's supposed to stop all these wars. Well, he didn't stop Afghanistan in 2016. He let the war go on. And if you have the power to stop wars, you let it go on. That blood is on your hands, even though you didn't start that war. Now, of course, the way Biden ended it, was that done on purpose? Anyways, as soon as they ended the war in the Middle East, I says, what other war do they want us to go into? They're ending that for a reason. Anyways, fast forward to where we are now. So we still have the Ukrainian war. We're still going after Russia. We bombed Iran, and we're ignoring what's going on in Gaza. We're letting that happen, and now we're into Venezuela because we got to stop the drug trafficking. Yeah, as if they're doing it all. They're not doing it all, and I don't believe that for 1 minute. What is it really? Is it the oil? Is it lithium? Is it gold? Is it some other resources? Is it part of the one world government? We got to go from Greenland all the way down to South America. What is it? Because we don't have enough proof yet as to what it is. And getting back to, I forgot, H1B1 visa. Donald Trump was talking to Laura Ingraham. She mentioned it to him on her show. He was on her show, and he says, "Yeah, we have to bring him in because we don't have talent." She says, "Yes, we do," which we do. No, we don't. This is what he thinks of you, the people who voted for him. No, we don't. And then she says, "Yes, we have plenty." She says, "Well, I want to have I want to have good relationships with other countries." Of course he does. He's an international man. And if he wants to do business in other countries, he's got to please them because he sees it as a business. That's kind of low IQ. It really is. This is a country we're living in. We are not rich enough to leave it to go to another country, nor should we, and overpopulate that country. This is where we live. It's not a business. It's not, we make the best deals for ourselves, screw everybody else. I'm now convinced that we don't need to elect an international businessman. We don't need that. Maybe we don't need a businessman at all. We want someone free of international entanglements of any kind. So this doesn't benefit us at all. It is not America first, that's for sure. So that's the reason for his H1B1 visas. He made promises to other people, other countries. He's trying to keep his deals going. He does business in other countries and let the people be damned. The hell with the American people. He doesn't know what it's like ever being poor. He's never been poor. He's never been middle class. And so all he cares about is keeping what he's got, having a future for his children and maybe his grandchildren. That's what he cares about. Now, what's really interesting is there was Charlie Kirk who really believed in him. Charlie Kirk got assassinated. And it seems this happened after he was not completely with the program. When he started criticizing Israel, after that he gets executed. Did Israel have something to do with it? I don't know. But once he was executed, and this is an assassination. Trump did say something on about him on YouTube, and it is very complimentary. Anyways, when he was back at the White House, a journalist said to him, "How are you holding up after Charlie Kirk?" He actually thought Donald Trump cared. What did Donald Trump say? "Oh, very well, very good," or something like that. And he said, "Did you see the trucks over there? They're building a new ballroom in the White House." And I'm going, what the hell is going on here? A new ballroom? You got to be stunned. Why would you say something like that? It's so cold-blooded. Oh my God, no common sense. Is that loyalty? Let's talk about loyalty. Let's talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene. She really believed in Trump. She campaigned for Trump. She claims she used her own money for Trump. And then she started not wanting wars, not voting for money for that. And she didn't want money going into Israel. She kind of changed her tune and decided she wanted to be, at least this is what she says, be more for her people at home. The younger generation doesn't have jobs, and she was more concerned about all of that. Well, what does Donald Trump do? He stabs her in the back. She doesn't, she's not serving him anymore, so goodbye. Charlie Kirk isn't serving him anymore. He can't. He's gone, so he doesn't matter. And she got on the internet and said that loyalty goes both ways, and it does. But everybody's seeing that. He's not loyal to anybody. That's a pretty selfish mentality. You only care about you. I think Trump's children are going to be okay. The grandchildren, because they have to carry a lot of them, the Trump last name, not the females, but the males do. And if I were the grandkids, and after Donald Trump died, especially if I'm a male grandchild, I would wait till the money got dispersed, and then I would change my last name. If you want to run for government, they better change their last name, because Donald Trump pretty much set that last name on fire. The grandkids better be running for office under another last name, because I equate Donald Trump as the 21st century Benedict Arnold. That's how I see Donald Trump now. I give everybody an opportunity to show me who they are. So I'm pretty mad at Donald Trump right now. Also, these wars. How come all the wars we've had, have we ever had body bags coming back to the people in Congress? Have they ever suffered a child's death? Do we have it coming back for the administration, the president too? You want our kids to sacrifice their lives, but you don't want your children to sacrifice theirs. No. Don't expect us to go if you won't go. A matter of fact, we shouldn't be going to any wars. No one's really attacking us. And if there is an attack in the United States, I'm going to blame it on all the people they allowed in here. If you don't want an attack, you just don't let anybody come into your office, just like you don't into your country. I don't keep my doors open and let anybody who wants to come in. I don't bring in all kinds of homeless people. I don't know who they are. You think the American people are stupid. They're not. Common sense dictates you don't do that. Anyways, I'm going to end this because it's getting to be a little too long. And I will give Donald Trump credit when I see that he's doing very well. I'm not sure. It's hard to see what he's doing, to be truthful with you. But when you mention H1B1 visas, no. And the Epstein file, forget that. Everybody believes you're on it. So why don't you just don't worry about it and let it out? Don't try and hide it. We're not that stupid. The only reason why you got voted in is because you got a lot of people so terrified of the other side. that they have to vote for you. Well, we've been doing that for years and you're tired of it, and we still get the same thing. It's like what Jimmy Dore says. No matter who you vote for, you always get John McCain. And anyways, I'm going to end with that. All I can say is pleasant dreams.